Hey guys, Eustace here. Boy, oh boy, do we need to talk about Mexico. Mexico is on fire right now. If you haven't seen the news, just do me a favor, go to X. Don't click on anything, don't touch anything. Just go to the search bar and just type in the word Mexico. I'm sorry if you're living in Mexico. I really am. This sucks. This is chaotic. It's terrible. Like, no one wants to deal with this. Normally, you can get in trouble doom scrolling, but I'm telling you, like, this is what it's like in Mexico right now. The cartels are running rampant because one of the leaders, what was his name, El Mencho, was taken out. And so there's like this massive power struggle in Mexico right now. And the different cartel splinter groups are just going around murdering people on the streets. It's really awful. What is this? What is this? I don't know. But yeah, just go on X and search for Mexico, and you can go through and you can. So you might be asking yourself, how did we get here? What happened? What is going on? Well, I can start back in August of last year. And one of the first things that kind of raised some eyebrows was a Mexican senator named Lily Diaz decided to go do an interview on Fox in the United States, and just to say how the cartel is in charge of all of Mexico right now, and how Claudia Sheinbaum is basically just a puppet of the government. It's pretty awesome.
The president of Mexico is furious. She's calling Mexican Senator Lily Diaz a traitor for coming on Fox Noticias with me a few days ago and saying this. Listen.
The help from the United States to fight the cartels in Mexico is absolutely welcome, and that is how the majority of Mexicans feel. The only ones who don't like that President Trump is sending help and trying to support Mexicans against the cartels are the narco politicians. That includes President Sheinbaum.
Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum responding, saying, quote, "It's not a minor issue that a senator gave an interview to a foreign media outlet calling for intervention." Here to discuss is that Mexican Senator Lily Diaz. Senator Diaz, welcome to Fox Noticias. I'm just going to get right to it. Is Mexico a narco state?
Yes, it is. And we all Mexicans know about it. And Mexicans are afraid of the alliance between the Mexican government and the cartels.
So yeah, that's the gist of it. The senator risked her life to go say, hey, the cartels are running the country and the president is implicated. So help America. And the citizens of Mexico are pretty much right there. They're like, please help. We don't want to live in this terrorist narco state. And here's a map though. This is some of the sections of which cartels are running which area, basically. Really interesting. It's pretty much the whole country. Who would have guessed? We just had a massive criminal terrorist organization just south of the border. Interesting. Well, a little bit after this. So this was in August. So a little bit. Let's see. When was this one? This was in November. So just a couple months later, Claudia went in front of people for this conference, and this is what she said.
Regresar a la guerra contra el narco no es opción.
Returning the war against the narcos is not an option. Basically, don't fight the narcos, guys. That's not fair.
No es opción.
It's not an option.
Primero, porque está fuera del marco de la ley.
Because it's outside the framework of the law. Do you think the narco terrorist cartels care about the law? I'll mention it later here in a second. But guns are like pretty much banned in Mexico. So how do all these terrorists have guns? I thought if you just made guns illegal, that just no one had guns anymore. I guess that doesn't work. Weird.
Todos estos de la derecha que se llenan la boca de las palabras Estado de Derecho y defienden la guerra contra el narco. Pues la guerra contra el narco está fuera de la ley.
So she's saying that the right side of the government is waging a war against the narco terrorists, but she's upset because that war, in quotations, is beyond the law. If it's Oh, it's outside. It's outside the law. Basically, you can't attack the narcos because they are they're running the government and she's in their pocket. And this was a really odd interview. If you watch this, you honestly you get the sense, like you can just see it behind her eyes, like she is scared for her life given this speech. Well, anyway, so that's what she said. She said, "Oh no, the terrorists aren't bad. Don't worry about the narco terrorists. They're good guys. Don't fight them. That's against the law, guys." Well, what did the people of Mexico say? The people of Mexico rioted. This is the Parliament building here in Mexico, and yeah, they were fighting against this whole wall of police officers with like shields and stuff like that, and they broke through the barrier. It's really, really bad deal. The people of Mexico want their country back. Get them out. Get all of the narcos out. And what's really funny, this picture here. the right wingers in Mexico wanting the government back are using the One Piece flag. And of course, you know, that's a kind of a symbol for the left wingers in America. I don't know why. But the lefties in America were furious when this happened because they're like, no, that's our flag. Don't take our flag. No. Who cares? Jesus Christ. So what's the connection between the El Presidente of Mexico and the cartels? Because I was told it was all a conspiracy. It's not real. Don't believe your lying eyes. You know, they always say that conspiracies are just like truth, but like in the future. This is, you know what? This is another example. It's exactly what it is. Apparently, there was proof of collusion the whole time. We actually have a recording of the same cartel boss that was captured and killed, El Meixio, talking to the local police in that area, basically calling 911. And this is a recording, and I'm not going to play the whole thing because there's a lot of, like, foul language. Not that I would know anything about foul language, because I'm an innocent, sweet summer child. And, I mean, I guess I could play part of it. I don't want to. I'm not doing it. Anyway, so El Mencho is telling the police officer, he says, look, tell your sons of bitches to fall back, because all you happily accept my money, you pigs. Or something like that. I don't know. And the officer says, yes, sir. My bad, bro. And what's worse is, like, in the very end of it, like, I'm not even kidding, the officer calls him boss. He's like, El Mencho says, all right then, tell him to fall back, and that's an order from me. And the police officer at the 911 dispatch says, yes, boss. What? Oh my gosh, what a nightmare. So yeah, apparently that was happening and it was true. So there's that. So what happened with this operation? How did El Mencho get taken out? Well, there's this little press conference thing that Miss Claudia did, the El Presidente. And basically, she said some nonsense in the beginning, yeah, just trying to make everybody feel better, I guess, about how everything in Mexico is, like, safe and secure, and they're still at Central Command Center, and don't you worry about it, guys, we got this. We've been here the whole time, guys, what are you talking about? And then she hands over to this guy. And I guess this guy, I don't know, he's like a commander or something. I don't know. I should have paid attention, I'm sorry. But he gives a really, really detailed explanation of how the operation unfolded. This press conference was over an hour long, so if you want to go watch it, you can go watch it. And it's all in Spanish, so you have to translate it. But I watched it, and I read through the transcript just to make sure I kind of understood what was going on. Long story short, they got some intel, apparently from the United States, and the Mexican government is the one that carried out the operation. And the insider information came from one of El Mencho's lovers. It's always the ones you don't expect, isn't it? Gosh dang it, he got stabbed in the back by some 304 or something. Yeah. Anyway, So once they had his location kind of pinned down, they went there and they said, "Hey, we have a order for your arrest." And then they started shooting, and then I started blasting, pretty much, you know. And yeah, they injured some people. Meixio and a few of the guys ran away to like a cabin, and then they cornered them in the cabin and they shot them like a lot of times. And then see, they tried to capture Meixio, but he was badly injured, so they were airlifting him to the hospital, and I guess he died on the helicopter on the way there. Huh, yeah, well, sucks to suck, I guess. Skill issue, I guess. Don't be a terrorist and you don't get shot. That sucks. So the problem is, Meixio is, I guess, one of the big bads, and now that he's out of the way, the other little cartel groups are all fighting for power. It's like a land grab. I think one of the guys says there's like 27 or 37 different groups. And that means that Mexico's basically on fire. Not good, not good. This guy, I don't remember his name, but he does a pretty good breakdown here. This bald guy here, I think his name's like Asmongold. So I'm pretty sure that's what I heard.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, see, if you didn't catch it, he definitely said Asmongold. He's bald.
Hearing that numerous things are happening right now in Mexico, tell us what you've learned.
Well, I'm talking to a lot of people, a lot of my sources on the ground in Mexico, and it's essentially pure chaos. As you can see from the images there's burning, there's rioting, there's attacks. I mean, it is all-out warfare in certain parts of Mexico, and it's quite concerning. And in certain cities, there's zero public transportation. CJNG and all the affiliates have threatened all bus drivers and all taxi drivers that if they're moving their vehicles around, they will be shot and killed.
Yeah, it's an absolute nightmare. I feel so bad for just the normal civilians in Mexico that have to put up with this. This is awful. And I read something or I watched something to prepare for this video to where the cartels are actually using social media to tell people to stay inside because they're actively trying to overthrow the government. And they're telling people, like, your normal civilians, like, hey, stay out of this, stay inside. If we see you on the streets, we'll shoot and kill you. Like, it's wild, absolutely wild. So it's, I mean, we're about to see a full-blown civil war in Mexico if they don't shut this down.
There's videos out there of taxis being overtaken and just open warfare on the streets. So it's extremely concerning that we're seeing this. And this is what it is right on the brink of possible civil war because there are so many different factions under CJNG. CJNG isn't necessarily just a group, it is more of an umbrella of a conglomerate of numerous smaller cartels. Now each one of these cartels, with Meixio being taken out, all these leaders of these smaller cartels are all going to try and vie for that top dog spot, and they're going to fight and they're going to utilize all their weapons. And your previous guest has said it, this was a small army, and each of these have weapons grade, battlefield weaponry, straight from Ukraine training. So it's quite concerning.
Yeah, that's the craziest thing. A lot of these cartel guys have actually been shipped over to Ukraine for training, and somehow they get U.S. military equipment, probably from Ukraine, and they bring it back to Mexico, and that's what these cartels are armed with. And I'm not even kidding. I mentioned earlier about the guns thing. I'll show you after this.
Wow. I read that he was protected by soldiers who carried RPGs. Not soldiers, really, but the men who protected him. El Chapo was 9 or 10 years ago, arrested in 2016, brought to New York City in 2017. Here's what the president of Mexico said. She said, there is absolute coordination with the governments of all states. We must remain informed and calm. We work every day for peace, security, justice, and the well-being of Mexico. Just based on what Jillian's reporting, what service could we have provided the Mexican military?
It's excellent because I directly worked in operations like this while I was with Joint Task Force Vulcan and chasing MS-13 members in Mexico. So I know very directly firsthand of providing intelligence to the Mexican authorities and letting.
Just look at this. Like, they're setting up, the cartel is setting up blockades like this all over Mexico right now. They're turning vehicles over, they're lighting them on fire, they're putting like boulders and rocks in the road. I've seen pictures and images where they've literally taken like excavators and dug the road up so that you can't get by where they've got these blockades set up. Like, it's absolutely crazy what's going on.
them conduct the event, the attack. And this was absolutely, pinpoint right on there. And U.S. intelligence providing, whether it be source intelligence or signals intelligence, and providing them all the information, the targeting data, locations, letting them execute the operation, because that's important, letting the Mexican authorities execute the operation. And here you can see this. And from what you hear, El Mencho was put on a helicopter and died en route. So which means that they successfully were able to extract him somewhat alive but wounded, and he died en route. So it's an overall excellent operation by Mexican authorities. It's supported by U.S. intelligence services, whether it be DOD or FBI resources, which are embedded there in Mexican.
Let me share.
Can I just make a comment really quick? I know this was mainly carried out by like the Mexican government, but with U.S. support, I feel like the operations from the American government has been so on point. There hasn't been a single issue on anything. There was the strike on the nuclear capabilities of Iran, which was they didn't even know they were bombed until after they were bombed. They felt the aftershocks, and they were like, "Steve, was that you?" And Steve's like, "I thought that was you, Bob." And then anyway, that was a stupid joke. I'm sorry. And then Maduro got Maduroed. It's an adjective now. You get or an adverb. Anyway, they got Maduroed. And then now, we've got the cartel operation, and El Mencho got murdered to something like that. Make your own jokes, okay? Why are you relying on me? I'm just a stupid cat.
Share this with our viewers. The Jalisco New Generation Cartel.
We don't have to watch the rest of this. I can just tell you. Look, so 15,000 to 20,000 members of this cartel. Like, that is absolutely crazy. Can you imagine? They believe to take in billions of dollars annually. They're a key supplier of illicit fentanyl to the United States and considered one of the most significant threats to United Health, safety, and security. So if there's 15,000 to 20,000 members in Mexico, how many of them came across the border? That's scary. That's awful. Oh, God. My safety and well-being. So here's a nice little infographic. I thought this was funny. This user here, you can't see it, but his name is DK. This guy. He posted this on X. And he said, yeah, my 11-year-old just made this. Basically, U.S. intervention in Ukraine and other programs that we have that give money and arms to other countries gets intercepted one way or the other, whether it gets captured or stolen or corrupt officials selling the arms. These weapons that were supposed to go to Ukraine ended up going to these narco-terrorist groups. Coincidentally, a lot of the narco-terrorist groups sent their people to Ukraine to fight and train and brought them back. So yeah, a lot of them are military trained. Really weird. Like, I was mentioning it earlier, like their guns and their equipment. This right here is a narco-terrorist cartel member. Like, look at what they're wearing.
Pinche 20, a ver si muy verga te topas con nosotros. Ahí tengo desamarrados los perros, culero. Y así voy a andar patrullando. Pues tu puta madre. Órale, vente, hijo de puta madre.
I mean, they've got full tactical gear in an armored van. Like, crazy stuff. Machine guns, they've got every kind of grenade, they've got night vision, ballistics armor, like, you name it. This video is even crazier, though. So these are all guys in the cartel that are all shouting for justice and retribution for El Mencho. And it goes on and on. Look at how many armored vehicles they have. Like, all of these are armored trucks. Look, it's got like machine guns mounted on top of it and everything. This is wild. Look at all of them. Like, look. Gosh dang it, dude. I did see a funny meme on this, though. You notice how they're all in a nice, neat line? It's perfect for a strafing run, guys. You could have just took them out. Like, nice photo op, and then they're all dead. Reminds me of that one, that one video of the Middle East where the, I think it might have been Taliban, I don't remember, or Gaza, what are they called again? I don't know. What are those terrorists over there? There's so many of them. Hezbollah, or, Houthis, or, I don't know, one of them. They were all standing in a circle getting ready for an attack, and the video footage showed a bomb just dropping right in the middle of all of them. And they, their meeting was ended abruptly, I'll put it that way. Well, so that's what's going on in Mexico. Really, really bad deal. Everything's on fire. The airports are taken over. They're telling Americans that are there on vacation to not leave their hotels, don't go to the airport, shelter in place. Really scary thing. Like, I'm not going to Mexico anytime soon, I'll tell you that much. And to make it worse, so, you know, Nick Shirley's in California right now uncovering voter fraud, and he uncovered some Mexicans in California.
This is our city, and this was Mexico. You can't kick us out of the land that was ours. Donald Trump!
Hold on, I need to make this bigger. You have to get the full effect of this. Okay. All right. Yeah, so I made it bigger because you have to see the kind of people that we're dealing with here.
This is our city, and this was Mexico. You can't kick us out of the land that was ours. Donald Trump! Fascism! Let our people free! Let our people free! Suelta nuestra gente!
What's the windblower for?
Just for the fucking tear gas to blow it back at those motherfuckers. If you have fucking blower, bring it up! Push him back! We will not...
I'm Zari. You should go protest in Mexico. Where's your little Mexican flags? Just look at her. You know, you can tell she's 100% authentic Mexican. She probably founded Mexico herself. Like, she came straight over from Spain and just declared Mexico a state in perfect Spanish, I'm sure. Oh man, what are we doing? This people's, I tell you what. Anyway, seriously though, like, Mexico, I'm really worried about you people that live there. You know, I hope you guys are gonna be okay. We'll see what happens. Maybe your president will stop being stupid. Anyway, that's all I got for right now. Until next time, bye.